Authorities have discovered a new strand of swine flu. Although it has turned deadly in Mexico, it is much milder in the U.S. Doctors are recommending to take precautions, wash your hands often, and always cover coughs and sneezes. In New York, Courtney Davis, New York Film Academy. The economic downturn is making some parents think twice about sending their kids to urban universities. Tuition at some universities is up to $50,000 a year, and adding that to the cost of living can make for a difficult budget. When you hail a cab, you usually expect to be riding alone or with friends. Well, not anymore. The new meters are designed for groups, which may make your ride a few minutes longer, but also a few dollars cheaper. Coming up on Media Bistro, a closer look at tomorrow's forecast. Hillary versus Obama, just how close is the Democratic primary? And Eli Manning on the cover of Sports Illustrated, a curse for the Giants? We'll have more next. This isn't the first time a construction worker has died on the job. Last month alone, 2 serious incidents occurred at Manhattan construction sites, leaving authorities asking, are workers being rushed to finish the job? Plans have been in place since 1929 to create an additional subway line along the east side of Manhattan. The Great Depression was one of the many financial downfalls that halted construction. Over the years, events such as Pearl Harbor and World War II also stalled work.
It's got a history. They've started it in the early 1900s, and because of the budget problems, they had to shut it down. And then they restarted it in the 60s, had to shut it down, and they started it again. So hopefully this time around they'll get it done.
But many New Yorkers are frustrated with the project that is expected to cost $4.4 billion, according to sources. Construction of the long-awaited subway line is wreaking havoc on local businesses. Falk Surgical Supplies Corporation will have to relocate sometime this year because their building is on land that will become a station stop. And how are your customers handling it?
Our customers are very upset. We've been here for a long time, and everybody calls us an institution. And we supply a lot of home health care to a lot of needy people that are in need of this equipment. And so a lot of them are very upset.
A 2nd Avenue subway would be convenient for neighborhood residents and businesses, but right now construction on the project has caused nothing but a headache.
I see a mess. It's terrible what these storekeepers are going through. They're losing their business. They've been there for many years. And I think there should be some kind of compensation from the city.
The Lexington Avenue subway line is currently the only route on the east side. It is often criticized for overcrowding and delays. The added line will initially run from 96th Street to 63rd Street, but strap hangers will have to wait a bit longer to take a ride down 2nd Avenue. On the east side, Courtney Davis, New York Film Academy. It's back to school time, and many college-bound students are choosing to continue their education in New York City.
Some of the best universities are city universities.
Young adults of all socioeconomic backgrounds pick urban schools over more traditional universities for the culture and fast-paced environment.
I'm going to CUNY Hunter now, and I used to go to Grinnell College, which is a small private liberal arts school in the Midwest. It's a very big difference between the two environments.
And it's not just the hustle and bustle.
Certain things were a hell of a lot cheaper in Iowa, like the price of a drink at a bar.
Resident advisors have unique challenges when counseling incoming freshmen at urban universities.
But it can be hard because at the school we don't have a traditional community where people go to football games or basketball games where they rally together for one common cause. But we have a lot of micro communities that people can join. You just have to step out more on your own and make the effort. Just independence is really important, especially in New York City where independence is really stressed by the individual.
The economic downturn is making some parents think twice about sending their kids to urban universities. Tuition at private institutions can be up to $50,000 a year, and adding that to the cost of living can make for a difficult budget.
I guess money definitely is a difficult issue for, I think, all students at NYU. We do, go across the spectrum of students from different socioeconomic classes. But that was an issue that was brought up for sure. Some residents weren't able to participate in activities that some of their friends or their floor mates were able to participate in.
For many students, though, the positives of studying in a city like New York outweigh the negatives.
I have tons of friends. I know everybody in the building. Everybody's friendly. They come from all over the world, all over the country. I think it's a lot more interesting here than any other college.
I think it would be fun to go to school in a city. There's so much going on all the time. I've visited some campuses where they have events going on, but it's a little more limited. But being in a city, I can imagine there's just endless opportunity.
Opportunities or distractions that keep them from their studies. It's up to students to decide. In Greenwich Village, Courtney Davis, New York Film Academy. We're facing the worst economic crisis in 2 decades. The U.S. unemployment rate hit 7.6% this month, the highest it's been in 16 years. With companies like pharmaceutical giant Pfizer and housing improvement megastore Home Depot slashing their workforces, many Americans are wondering if they're next in line. Take John Tarchik, a 31-year veteran of General Motors. When GM closed another plant in Lordstown, Ohio last week, he feared his pink slip was next.
I guess it doesn't take a crystal ball to see that when the economy is going slow and they're not selling cars, that you can't keep producing if you're not selling them.
The latest victim of the economic downturn? Mechanical operator Caterpillar, which will shed 20,000 jobs this year.
We will see the slowest global economic growth in more than 60 years.
Economists don't see the light at the end of the tunnel just yet. It remains to be seen if President Obama's economic stimulus plan will help America's biggest cities, like New York, and its smallest towns. In Times Square, I'm Courtney Davis.